So it's time on from Bill Harrigan. Wigan running right to left. And coming back with the ball is Terry Madison for the Broncos. Immediately, the first tackler was Gene Miles. Now it's Willie Kahn out to the 22 line. Dean Bell, one tackler, Sean Edwards the other. The Broncos ultra impressive against Newcastle. Referee Harrigan letting play go down the ground, applying the advantage. It'll come back for the knock-on, and a very good chance for Wigan early.
Yes, not the start that Brisbane were looking for. A mistake on something like the third tackle. I mean, the Brisbane side, I'm sorry. And Wigan a great, as you say, Ray, a great attacking opportunity. See, Martin Offia has gone into 5'8", normally out on the wing, so they're looking to get him involved straight away.
So Wigan win the scrum. Sean Edwards gave it to Martin O'Fire. He ran into a cordon of Broncos now. It comes back along the back line now to Frano Botica, dual international. He's left the halfway behind him and eventually pulled up by Kahn. Now it's Dennis Betts. Working play up towards the 22. Dummy half is Botica. Edwards at first receiver. Away now for Bell. Now it's Dermott. Ophir gets out of a couple. Inside the quarter. That's his 7th try for the tournament.
Well, I mentioned advantages in this Wigan side. I said the fact that they had a little bit more rest, but there's another advantage. The speed of this man, the top try scorer in the competition. Moved the ball out, a missed tackle from Michael Hancock, whose defence has been very good up to date, and once he gets into open space, there's just absolutely no chance of catching this man. Been criticism of his defence, but when it comes to attack, none better.
So Wigan take first points and lead by 4 points to 0, and Frano Botica has a 50% success ratio with his kicking during this tournament. He's unsuccessful with this one, and so the scoreline remains with 2.5 minutes approximately gone in the first half, keeping in mind they are 10-minute halves in the final only, the cup final, 20 minutes in length with a 5-minute break in the middle. Brisbane now with Madison. Dummy half is Walters. Now it's Johns. Again, Miles getting involved in the heavy work of defence. Walters. Now it's Langer. One thing that came through with the Wigan semi-final performance was the vigour in their defence, the intensity. Johns is out of a fragile tackle, though. And again, it was Big Gino who cut him down. They're 15 out from the line. Kick going sadly astray there.
Yeah, it's not what Kevin Walters was looking for. You did mention the defence of Wigan, Ray, as they had a bust made against them, but that's been the impressive thing. The English have always been criticised for that part of their game. But it's been very, very good over the last couple of days in this Sevens tournament.
David Myers tackled with the ball, formerly, or had a season with the Manly club. Just outside the Wigan 22, Miles to play. From Botica to Edwards. Dermott. Now it's Edwards again, right across the park. Throwing dummies, losing some ground. Dean Bell, Kiwi captain of a couple of years ago. Edwards. Away now for Dermott. On for Betts. Oh, Betts was lucky. He got underneath that big one from Lazarus. Dermott onto Miles. Miles over the halfway mark. Botica. Dermott. Kick going down towards the 22-metre point. In fact, well beyond it. Willie Carr uses the fend. Comes to Myers. Johns is in at acting half now. Lazarus. Glenn Lazarus steaming up the middle.
Some very cheap yards there for Glenn Lazarus. Really now, the Wigan side have to reform in defence. A good set of 6 with a fair kick at the end of it. And the Brisbane side looking to work out their first set of 6 tackles with the football in their hands.
Madison got a ball away for Michael Hancock. Pulled down by David Myers. Midway 22 halfway. Penalty goes to Brisbane. Penalty to Brisbane, not allowing him to play the ball.
Yeah, some interference in the play the ball, and another tough call for the Wigan side. You don't want to be giving away penalties in the tackle count because this game is all about possession. As Kevin Walters makes some good ground up the middle, starting to look very dangerous, the Brisbane team.
Andy Gregory was the man that made the tackle. Johns now comes towards the centre of the ground. Edwards and Gregory. The halves for Wigan, the cherry pickers, they make the tackle. Langer away through Lazarus and Walters, and now with Renouf. And Renouf cut down. Bootlace tackle by Botica.
Chase across, boss. Chase across.
Cross now for Lazarus. The line is only 8 metres away. 3 metres away. Langer! Langer gets the first try for the Broncos. It's 4 points all. Kick to come.
Langer may have got the try, but put the try down to Glenn Lazarus. A great run up the middle again, an offload. Had Alan Langer in support, and he scored under the post. We see Lazarus taking the ball under a high tackle from Offia. Just the strength of this man. Good ball away, and some nice nifty footwork again from Alan Langer. Improves the position. And the kick successful from Alan Langer. Moves up 6 points to 4. The Brisbane side now lead, and that's got them back on track, courtesy of a try to that man.
With the ball and taking it out through Andy Gregory. Away now for O'Fire. Down the sideline. Shut the gate. Chariots is going in again. 8th try of the tournament. 8 points to 6 now.
And not happy with the late tackle from Michael Hancock, but he's got the 4 points. And another, just an incredible effort of speed here. Outside Willie Kahn, who is not a slow man, current test winger for Australia. But it showed him a clean pair of heels. Took the ball around, and Michael Hancock did come in late. He did offend Martin Offia. But he has put his English side once again into the lead, 8 points to 6. And the kick unsuccessful from Sean Edwards. Very difficult to get those conversion kicks away, but a good lead to the Wigan side as Langer restarts play.
And immediately they go to the right to Kerrod Walters. Now Chris John. So first one, then the other. Just the way you would expect a cup final. Madison. Langer! Gregory's after him. Bell makes the tackle. Kerrod Walters. Madison. Ridden into the ground by Botica. Away now for Renouf in the headgear as per normal. Pulled down by Dennis Betts. He's had a great sevens. Kerrod Walters. Flick pass for Renouf. 5 tackles gone. Langer. Langer steps off the left, comes back to the blind. They've stacked the numbers on the blind side.
Yes, good defence from the Wigan side. Alan Langer put the big left foot step in. It was the last tackle. Had the option of kicking, decided to run. But the Wigan defence up to the task.
Botica, Betts now. One-on-one performance by Renouf on Betts. Dermott. Tremendous semi-final for him. Gregory's gone into acting. Sean Edwards. The ball is going to bounce midway between 22 and halfway. It's rolled right down inside the Brisbane quarter. Race for the ball here. And covered up by Michael Hancock.
A good kick there from Sean Edwards and a great chase from David Myers. And only a minute 15 left on the clock. Wigan well satisfied going in with a half-time lead.
8-6, 2 tries to Wigan to Brisbane. 2 to O'Fire, 1 to Langer. Bursting up the middle again is Glenn Lazarus. Kevin Walters. Willie Cahn's with him. Walters has gone through the gap. He's into Wigan's half. He's going towards the 22 line. Beautiful hands out there by Julian O'Neill. They've got him though. Tremendous cover there by Edwards. Kerrod Walters, his brother Kevin. They're 8 metres out. Willie Kahn. Last tackle coming up now for the Broncos. We're 25 seconds out from half-time. Kerrod gets the pass away. Kahn can't take it. Over the sideline and turnover of possession. John Money there, the Wigan coach.
Yes, a nervous Wigan coach, but his charges are doing the job very, very well. We'll see nothing fancy here. Just a dummy half running as the clock winds down to half-time. They'll go in front, the English team.
Total crowd figures for the 3 days in the area of 60,000, 19,000 in deplorable conditions, which I guess testifies to the acceptance of Sevens football in Sydney. Miles goes back at them. Big run by the former Bronco. Sean Edwards has gone into the dummy half roll. Betts now trying to work it up the centre. 32 metres out from his own line. Wigan with that 2-point lead. Through Edwards onto Bell. Boddicker comes inside as they run the angle. Cut down, but not held. Sean Edwards again. Away from Khan. Arc-like run, losing some ground. Bell for O'Fire.
He's trouble.
O'Fire stretching out now over the halfway. Beats the last line of defence. And Martin O'Fire goes in for his third try in the cup final.
Oh, brilliant play by O'Fire. Showed more toe than a Roman sandal there. Alfie Langer couldn't mace. And Wigan, I can hear them at Central Park on the terraces. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Sean Edwards it was, out to Dean Bell. He's injured. O'Fire's not. And O'Fire put the pedal down. It came across in cover, all in despair. And O'Fire races away and puts it over.
So the conversion of the O'Fire try coming up. Boddicker, the flag in the air, just the one-touch judge adjudicating on goals. Wigan extend their lead to 14 points to 6, and O'Fire comes to the benches for a rest. Incidentally, Paul Vorton, I hope your day isn't secure. Ball to be played by Gerard Walters. Lazarus going up the middle.
He's played well, Lazarus, new buy for Brisbane from the Canberra club, and he's played very, very well. A lot of weight in the off-season.
Gerard Walters working to Willie Khan's wing on the runaround. Now Walters puts the centre kick in. Race for the ball. Wigan haven't been able to clean it up. There's a chance for Brisbane. 6 more tackles now. Can the Broncos come back? They won't get off the Brisbane player. Ali tried to tap it ahead, but Wigan have come up with it.
He's a dubbo. There was plenty of left. They had 4 on 2. And a waste of an opportunity there for the Broncos.
Dean Bell. Dermott. David Myers. Nice cushion here for Wigan. 14 to 6. As it goes through sets of hands along the left. Bell to play it. This is Miles. Almost reaching the 32-metre line. Dermott. Kick coming down towards Renouf. Well, at the Broncos centre.
Great chase by Boddicker to cut down Renouf.
Renouf slowly up to play it. Waiting for a dummy half. Walters. And Alan Langer's gone into that position now. Chris Johns wants it. That's him with it now. Oh, good tackle by Miles. The features of the final. No marker, though. Renouf. Half minutes of time remaining. Langer away for Kevin Walters now. Over the 22. Cut down from
Dennis Betts once again. Brilliant tackle. Second rower on 5/8, and he ran him down easily. Someone should tell Dennis Betts though that sideburns went out when Elvis carked it.
Kevin Walters calling for replacement immediately. And the 3-man scrum goes down 8 metres away from the Wigan. Gregory now with the head taped.
Oh, he's a tough man, mate. He's a tough little rooster, Andy Gregory.
The efforts of Lazarus and Gerard Walters to stop him. Boddicker. Dermott. Johns the tackle. Dean Miles. Dermott again going in to distribute. First receiver Gregory. Gregory's into it. The little legs are pumping away. And eventually rounded up by Julian O'Neill. Crowd of some 19,000, as I said, braving the conditions to see champions as Dennis Betts makes another grand run. 5 tackles gone for Wigan.
He must be best to being the player of the series. He's been outstanding in every match that he's played.
Gregory kicking ahead for the chasers. Dean Bell's coming, but so is Radoff.
Good pressure by Bell. Had Renoff covered all the way, and now Wigan get the dropout.
More pressure coming for Brisbane.
14-6 with just over 4 minutes remaining. I think Brisbane, they're Gary Goners, and Wigan, the 4-1 favourites for the competition. They'll win the Nissan Sevens trophy.
Langer's dropout, landing right in the arms.
Oh, no.
Couldn't have landed for a worse player in opposition. O'Fire out to Betts, steaming down the sideline. Langer to beat. Khan comes at him. O'Fire gets number 4.
Well, it wouldn't be anyone else, would it? Unbelievable play, but once again, from the dropout, as you'll see it on the replay, O'Fire gets the ball. Hunt's left. You can see Dennis Betts out wide. He beats a couple here, throws a good pass to Betts, and Betts races away. Kerrod Wallers pushes him off easily. Alfie Langer comes, but give it to me, lad. And over he goes, number 4.
Yes, and a little bit of the old, how you do, brothers. A game that was made very much for this man, Martin O'Fire. Wigan leading by 10 points to 6. 4 tries to 1. And Sean Edwards, who's had his nose broken in the previous game for the 10th time in his career, had 60, unsuccessful with conversion. 18-6 in favour of 3 minutes of time remaining, and Glenn Lazarus coming to the benches.
We'll see a lot of these players out here later in the year with the touring Great Britain side, players such as Edwards and Gregory, and you know, they could give Australia a run for the money this year.
O'Neill. Wigan will play at their own pace now.
Martin O'Fire in this competition since its inception has now scored tries over the last 3 days. He scored the first one and he scored the last 4 as well.
Sean Edwards, almost unbelievable that at Balmain he was on the benches for the major part of his year.
Get it, Ray. He's a fine player.
David Myers goes to dummy half. Gregory, Bodica. Bodica's knocked on, and they're making a knock-on out of it by Dean Bell. Wigan not even giving the Broncos an opportunity to take. Langer has to put the ball to the boot. Khan gets across just in the nick of time.
The Broncos haven't played poorly, you know, Ray. They've just been outclassed of a fire. It's just unbelievable. They're still trying. They'll try to.
Played by O'Neill, away for Madison. Langer goes to the right. Again, Miles the tackler. O'Fire might have scored some marvellous tries, 4 of them in all, but Miles' defence has also been an outstanding contribution. Gregory to play. 1.5 minutes of time remaining. Nissan Trophy, the Nissan Cup for 1992, heading back to Central Park.
Miles is 32, but he tells me he's having the time of his life over there at Wigan, and he could end up playing the season next year.
Dean Bell, that's the halfway line, you can barely distinguish. And you can see from those pictures just how soggy this ground is, but their handling right through the day has been incredible. Into the final minute as Miles slowly plays the ball. Across, trying to work into space. Kerrod Walters and putting him to the ground eventually. Dermott. This is Sean Edwards. Free step before it goes to O'Fire, back to Dermott. They're looking for an opening down. Dermott again. 5 tackles gone. He's probably the man to watch to the left. And here he is. Bodica kicking now for Dennis Betts coming down the left flank. Hancock has been away from the tackle. And so Hancock run down towards halfway, but Dean Bell makes the tackle.
Well, it's all over, Ray. Congratulations. They've flown 1,000,000 miles for this, and they've done very, very well. Wigan 18, Brisbane 6.